8 Go to the Langley by Rob Chantler.
I would just like to say up front that if I get to my room and find the previous guest's pubic hairs in the bath, I will be suing for psychological distress.
OK.
We're Alan and Meredith Steele. We have a room booked for tonight.
Oh yes, you're in room 232.
I trust it has a view.
Yes, you'll see it through the window.
Alan, what is the view from room 232?
I don't know, probably central London?
Might be the wall of the next building.
I will also inspect the bedding and expect there to be no aromatic evidence of the previous guests having broken wind under the bedclothes. And if they have, I expect the mattress to have been satisfactorily freshened.
I assure you, madam, our rooms are thoroughly cleaned after each guest, and that includes fresh bedding and towels.
Well, I'll reserve judgment until I inspect the room for myself, but I assure you, if there is anything wanting, I will be back down here complaining.
I'm sure you will.
On the other hand, if it proves to be satisfactory, I will be staying again in the future.
Oh joy, oh rapture.
Well, really.
I must apologise for my wife. Maybe the wellness workshop will improve her social skills.
It might improve your bad joke-telling habits too.
Quite. I take it then that you're two of the wellness workshop competition winners.
Yes.
Mind you, the wellness workshop was just a means to an end. Well, it was for me anyway. I can't speak for my wife.
You usually do.
Shut up. I mean, we're not poor, but we couldn't afford one night here, let alone two, so we figured, let's go for it and we might just win.
Well, you'll be dining with the other winners at 7 p.m. in the ballroom restaurant. Have a nice day.
We don't want to dine with people like that.
But you don't know who they are, do you?
Never mind, dear. We should have read the paperwork properly.
Well, if we do have to eat with other people, especially those who might assist our social advancement, do not belch or otherwise embarrass yourself or me. Clear?
As crystal, darling.
What do you know about the wellness workshop?
Well, we haven't hosted one before, so I don't know, but I guess if it makes you feel better. Personally, I'm sceptical. A big glass of Prosecco when I get home, that's the thing.
Well, this is nice.
It looks nice on the face of it, but I'll reserve judgment until it has been inspected.
Don't be embarrassing, darling.
Oh, be quiet. Now, I need to look in the bathroom.
What for? The last guest?
To check the bath and the wash basin for pubic hair.
Of course, darling.
Darling, there's an oily substance in the bottom of the bath. There's a film on the water that's sitting in the bath.
Well, it's probably a bit of Jif left by the cleaner, or a water softener or something. Goodness sake.
Well, I don't know what it is. Maybe the last guest engaged in onanism in the bath.
Darling, I am sure the class of guests that stays here is not likely to wank in the bath.
Oh dear, please don't use that word.
What word? Wank? Oh dear.
Oh,
Welcome back, darling.
did I faint?
Yes.
Yes, well, where was I? Oh yes, the bath. Well, before I telephone reception, which I will, and complain, I think it might be worth completing my inspection so other issues of concern can be dealt with too. I can't see any pubic hairs in the bath.
I'm sure the calibre of guests that stay here don't molt pubic hair, darling.
There's a fingerprint on the tap lever.
Sure it isn't yours.
Do you remember when we went into that room in Lagos and were greeted by an African gentleman washing his genitals in the hand basin?
Yes, darling, now you remind me. It was his room.
Well, I suppose as long as they clean the bath again.
All right, well, whatever makes you happy. I suppose you're... Oh, yes, and you're ahead of me.
Sheets must be checked too, darling. The previous guests might have farted on them.
Or maybe they just went to sleep like normal people. Anyway, I feel the need to use the bathroom.
Oh yes, well, let's hope those laxatives have done the job. Heavens, darling, are you all right in there?
Lord, that was like shitting Lego.
You need more fibre, that's what you need.
Dynarod, that's what I need.
Yes, well, the bed seems to be clean, so I will now go to reception and complain about the bath.
Of course, darling, you do that.
When they send someone to clean the bath, I trust they won't find that you've disgraced yourself regarding the toilet.
No, darling.
Good. Do you remember that hotel in Venezuela with the poo smears up the back of the bowl?
Now you remind me, darling, yes.
There must be some people with bum cracks in very peculiar places. Actually, I won't go down to reception. I will insist the manager himself comes to us. Meredith Steele calling, room 232. I insist that the manager comes to my room immediately.
Is your husband unable to do his duty then?
Not for that. There's an oily substance in my bath.
I see. Well, he is rather busy, but...
If he's not at my door in 5 minutes, I will come down and make a scene like you've never...
No need, Mrs. Steele. I will page him immediately. Goodbye.
How's things?
Oh, I was about to page you. A difficult guest has a complaint and demands you attend her. Room 232, Meredith Steele.
Meredith Steele?
Only on the weekends.
Right.
My wife called you. She is over there.
She? I'm not the cat's mother.
No, darling.
Well, I am the manager, madam.
Good.
Where is the oily spill in the bar?
If you go into the bathroom, you'll find out. But it only happens when the water's running. So you won't see anything until you put the plug in and run the water.
Okay.
Tea, darling?
Thank you, darling.
Well, the mains water for each bath goes through a tap filter, and that has an emollient based on essential oils that results in softer water, and that's why you get the oily effect when you run a bath. It's a tiny amount and won't detract from any enjoyment you might be seeking to gain from your own bathing products.
I see.
My wife thought the previous guest might have tossed off in the bath and that the stuff hadn't been cleaned up properly.
Right. Well, the cleaners we employ here clean the rooms to the highest standards, and I assure you that given the calibre of our guests, I find it extremely unlikely that anyone would do anything like that.
Right.
Thank you for coming so promptly. I must apologise for my wife.
Well, I accept your apology on your wife's behalf, because I have a feeling she won't be giving me one.
Nope. Now, for heaven's sake, go and have your bath.
Very well. Do you think the thing about the water softener filter is true?
Well, it sounds plausible, and the water in this part of the country is quite hard and line-scaly naturally.
Right. Well, I will go and have a bath with my exquisite bath oils, and you will see if we can eat on a separate table at a time of our choosing.
Of course, darling, but I don't think it will make any difference.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
I asked the other night. I didn't get.
I had a headache.
Well, I'll have to shove an aspirin in your...
Can't you talk about something else? Disgusting.
Yes, darling.
First, I need to take my cup of tea. Oh, their own brand?
Individually wrapped?
Yes, darling, but you don't expect own brand tea in a 5-star hotel.
Well, they're probably made for the hotel by Harrods or something. Just make the sodding tea and stop fussing.
How dare you speak to me like that? Just because I have standards?
You fuss over everything. Why not just get the manager back here?
Good idea.
I was joking.
The kettle's on. Time to inspect the windowsills.
In case someone farted on them.
For dust and dirt. Seem to be okay. Carpet looks clean. Beige, though. I mean, the whole place is beige.
Well, it's a neutral colour, unlikely to offend. Quite a popular choice for hotels and conference centres. At least a light carpet shows the dirt.
I suppose. Pastel shades it should be, like the pink and apricot in our bedroom at home. I suppose they won't redecorate it, so I'll just have to put up with it.
Yes, you will.
And when we go down to dinner, later, don't be embarrassing, okay?
Why should I be embarrassing?
Because you always are. I'm now taking my bath. Bring my tea in when it's ready.
Yes, darling. Enjoy your bath. Don't drown or anything.